Hello guys, this is Shiraz Amazing Videos review of the BMW X2. To be honest, the new X2 doesn't feel like a vehicle that BMW put a lot of thought or affection into. To start, here are some numbers. 2023 marked BMW's greatest ever sales year with 2.25 million vehicles sold worldwide. This is undoubtedly caused in part by its expansive lineup, whose tendrils are currently extending in all directions, though regrettably not into the realm of supercars. However, in the more approachable arena, it makes up for what it lacks in the oxygen-thin end of the market. Observe the ascent of the 2 Series, specifically the crossover X2. More than 390,000 have been sold since its release a few years ago, and the new model seeks to build on that accomplishment. In the UK, there will be 2 combustion and 2 fully electric models available. The X2's Drive 20iM Sport is the base model, priced at £40,515, while the more potent M35i, with 296 bhp, is priced at £49,340. For some reason, the US and a few other markets receive 314 horsepower. The electric models are more expensive as usual. The starting price of the X2 X-Drive 30 is £51,615. The X2 X-Drive 30M Sport is £57,445. The UK is not allowed to use diesel, but other European markets do. The Mercedes GLA, Range Rover Evoque, Audi Q3 Sportback, and the superb Cupra Formentor are competitors. Surely, it's not a looker? The new X2 and X2 will be produced side by side in BMW's Regensburg factory, a cutting-edge, environmentally friendly complex that makes use of robots with artificial intelligence. While BMW's design A-list was concentrated on the upcoming new E-Class cars, we wonder if AI was involved in the creative execution of the new X2. Even on 21-inch alloys, the X2 and X2 are regrettably overbodied and ill-proportioned for such sleek, cohesive, and contemporary-looking vehicles. BMW claims that its sport activity cars are distinguished by their upright grille and flowing coupe roofline, but the overall design is a little strange from almost every aspect. To add a little more weight and shoulder muscle, the front and rear wheel arches are flared, and there is an indent beneath the rear window. The X4 and X6 have a distinct visual identity, which is good until you realize that neither is an official BMW model. Though the Cupra Formentor demonstrates that it is possible, it's possible that the idea of a 4-door quasi-off-road coupe crossover is just too ridiculous to be practical. Cars like the X2 are obviously in demand. However, there's a dishonest element to the format. Basically, marketing drives it. You don't really like it, do you? Are there any features that redeem? The double icon, head and tail lights, which come with LEDs as standard, are among the graphic elements. A must-have feature is the double kidney grille, particularly if you choose the illuminated iconic Glow model. Realize that neither is an official BMW model. Despite boasting a drag coefficient of 0.27, a remarkable 0.25 for the X2, it is slippery. In addition to the lower intake with air curtains on either side and an active air flap in the kidney grille, combustion X2s also feature flush-fitting door handles and external mirrors that enhance aero efficiency. The kidney grille of the X2 is closed off. The M35i is the only model with 4 clearly visible exhaust tailpipes. Also take note of the fact that the X2 is available in a variety of lysergic color schemes. The color of our M35i was an intense green. Horrible, yes, but also rebellious. It's also inevitably larger. Well, no automaker ever brags about producing a smaller vehicle, does it? In addition to being 194 mm longer than the previous model, the new X2 is wider and taller at 4,554 mm. However, BMW asserts that its manufacturing and construction processes are more efficient. The safety cell is made of aluminum and steel that has been hot stamped. Which verdict is it? It's hard to think that a company with its history could make a mistake, but nobody's perfect. The new X2 is a peculiar model. Even though everything made sense on paper, the M35i we drove steadfastly failed to thrill us. If the dynamics were completely on par, we could put up with the questionable looks, but in all honesty, it seems like a car that BMW didn't put a lot of thought or love into. Although it's hard to think that a business with its history could make a mistake, nobody is flawless. Better yet, the X2 takes advantage of BMW's constantly expanding and improving electric ecosystem. However, it's also not very exciting. A unique error overall.